10 in the country, the preseason favorite to win the SEC. Staff, they are a team that can really hit the ball. One of the best offenses in the country, but Wallace is frozen. Starting lineup, the big RBI bat is Charlotte Eccles, having a nice bounce back year on deck. It is in pulls it up after a Game 1 loss.
Lineup, everything is a statistical matchup. He likes to
bounce back season. Arkansas 2-2. Field hit well and out of here. Eccles goes up and out over the wall in dead center. Eyes 38 and 39, and an explosive start for the Gators. And
at Heron to make a mistake up.
Gigante was the cleanup hitter yesterday, and this is a great start for the Gators. Gigante takes a slow strike 3. Couple of K's looking. Sam Rowe. Start of the year at catcher, 22nd start overall. Ball to center, a ball in play is right at Reagan Johnson. Charlotte Eccles, the big bopper with a 2-run home run. Johnson Kramer features one senior, a big difference from last year's experienced team. 3 Game 1. Flares one through the right side. It's a lead for Arkansas's hit leader.
It's a good tonight. Saw quite a few innings in her freshman year last year. 1.47 ERA.
It's the double Reagan top of the lineup. It's been that way all year for Courtney.
Bullpen practice in the fall and leading in the season.
And she puts Kramer on here. Only this.
Just get more playing time this year. She played behind Lenny Malkin and Daniel Gibson in the years.
1-2 here, and Hedgecock's out in front. Couple of nasty off-speed at night for Hannah Gamble yesterday. 18 home runs this season.
Important for this lineup.
On a 3-2, Gamble takes a called third strike. Because Delbury was a huge walk and strikeout pitcher, much more of a contact. Last season, she walked more batters than she allowed hits. It's Kylie Halverson here for the Jackrabbits. Lopes one into left field in front of Kessler. Johnson and Kramer touch home. Halverson with a 2.
Is how Arkansas found the identity. It seemed like Arkansas started to find their team identity and be able to compete more, fight more.
Flares one towards center, and the shortstop Wallace is there. 2-0 after a half inning. They tie it on the Halverson hit for Falby.
Well in front of third base bag.
Right to her. The drawn-in Gamble makes the play on cue. So
I know it's 2005 because our producer James Davidson told me.
It's in right field tonight. Ground ball to Gamble. Another play for Hannah.
Zone, more likely to give up the home run.
And there's strike 3. That was a...
She's spinning this curveball tonight. Lefty on lefty matchup. A curveball catches the
Tuscaloosa. What impressions did you have seeing her in person for the first time?
That is one of the big reasons for the turning point for Arkansas. She takes a hit by pitch there.
Couple of veteran transfers on this young roster. Foreman, one of them from Duke.
Midweek games to Central Arkansas.
To short, it's booted by Wallace. The normally
defensive miscues and mistakes for Florida.
Laid down by Italia Rijo, and the out is recorded at first base. Reagan Johnson, who singled to lead off for Arkansas.
Best defense in college softball at the end of the year.
That is on the outside corner to Johnson, and Kramer takes ball 4. 2 plate appearance. Bunt, strikeout, walk. Now Hedgecock, who is clipped. She got hit in
her elbow by a couple of inches.
Hamill with a check swing to second. She's thrown out by Walsh. Arkansas in front. There, some of the other big picture teams besides Oklahoma, besides Tennessee.
Got to be Clemson.
Ball shot by Wilkie, the 9-hitter, and a leadoff base hit.
First led by Valerie Cagle, who is back to true form, battled through an injury last. Only had 3 strikeouts in those 60.
When it struck off of Heron, Foreman gets the lead out.
Dead center field in a hurry.
To left center this time. And a Couples home run. Middle of the Arkansas order coming up. With a 3-2 lead in the third. Middle game of 3. Looks one up the middle and through. The Razorbacks have put the lead off.
Continuing to put pressure on this Florida defense.
Though it's not an Arkansas team with the same kind of home run power, counts. Power, and Kistler tracks it down. One of her best plays yet. Series, a game they lost, but a home run robbery of. And Cabinson walks.
Just so
already
many free.
And then Hitchcock hit by a pitch as well. Be more routine this time for Kistler.
A Foreman down there in the 8th spot, a transfer from Duke who put it.
Natalia Rijo. And this ends the inning. Line score for the first time. They lead by 1. We head to the 4th in Vegas.
With Florida and the fact that Tim Walton has been head coach for so long, is this one falls just beyond Christina Foreman. Are we going to win this year? He doesn't get set.
Here at Florida, he's won 82% of his games, 2 national champions. 8th pitch coming. And it's high. Rowe. Got to be quick here. Camen's in. Just in time.
Then to get the ball quickly to first base. It is such a thing.
So a lot of faith shown in Longley, who has struggled at the plate. The payoff. Johnson at the wall. And Serling. Sarah Longley with a 3-run home run. Well, this is something you don't see too often in softball. Not just in all. Struck out looking on a curveball against Heron, her first time. According to extra inning softball. And nice job there, Sis. Framed up, strike 3.
Yeah.
The other way, there's a base hit. Emily Wilkie out of the.
Really comfortable down there in that 9th spot.
Struggled in the World Series last year. Was 0 for 9. A walk and 4 strikeouts. In the nation in on base and slugging. 3-2. Right side, and Skylar Wallace is 0 for 3. Lead for Florida over Arkansas in the second of this 3-game series. From
And hit by pitches, the 2 home runs that.
And an out is caught.
Nice senior year, more of a pitch to contact type pitcher, will come from the left-hand side. Good spin.
There goes Johnson to third base. She gets the wave in and scoring. And Kramer, Arkansas gets one back in the 4th. On 1 out, Hannah Gamble. To third, Eccles gets 1, and the turn from Walsh makes it 2. 3 and 4 hitters rapidly extinguished by. And they hit 14 another time. Just her 11th college game. That's in the dirt. Walsh does have the walk. Well, it was a special broadcast today. So who do we need to get you on an A&M game with? Is my.
I was already thinking about that.
Eccles, Cabinson fields her position beautifully to start a double play.
We're wasted no time to turn that double play.
Off the fist from Gigante, and that's an inning work play. Here from her head coach, Courtney Deifel, coming up. And
We do now. We saw an Allie Shipman bobblehead whenever we were in Tuscaloosa for senior day. Offensive shifts going on for Florida.
beaten on the ground to Wallace. His throw is there. And for the first time.
And last inning.
Hoffman strikes out swinging.
Also had a strikeout.
Lauren Cabinson shown a Attack this one down to Eccles and into 1-2-3 inning. Of the game for Florida pitching. 5-4 Gators, 2 innings to go. Rowe with a 3-1 single to lead off the Gators. Falby at 411, 476 on base.
All playing well in front of the third base bag.
Falby hits it to her, and Gammel's fumble leads the out. Lee takes a called third strike.
The pitch before was a curveball right at the knees on the outside corner. I'd look for her to go back.
Good take by Pollard. In the air to left field. Kramer there for the second out.
2 hits down in that spot. Now a hit by pitch to have Skylar Wallace be able to come up off the plate there.
Wallace takes a close ball 4 and walks in a run.
We have a series, and that game 2 is usually pitched by committee, and I think we saw.
That's a hit by pitch.
And get a good read on exactly why they decided to call her back.
Instead, so it's 3-2, and now she gets hit. This was destined to happen.
This game, bases loaded, you have an out at any bag. That always made me feel more comfortable.
Open the scoring up. First inning, 2-run home run. All the runs unearned. That ball splits the Reagan and Johnson Kramers and runs. 3 of them come across for Florida.
Hitting team in the SEC came into the weekend hitting .335 as it.
Gigante to the left side, grabbed by the shortstop Rijo. Throw is. That one gets away from Cammonson. Eccles will come home to score, and the 6th of this Florida 6th inning.
Arkansas chose not to go to Shanice Dels and just give her the night off.
Going, and she did, and she closed it out in 10. Ball 4 to Gels, and the free pass brigade can.
How quickly this game has gotten away from Arkansas has just completely blown my mind.
And giving up 6 this inning, and it will stay 6 on a high third strike. No run rule win. That'll help. It's another strikeout looking. As Trilicek pitch pop out for the freshman shortstop. Take another one. 4 pitches, 3 at-bats. We hope the nation. They sold out 9 times. A couple more sellouts today. 3-2. Johnson down swinging. Riley Trilicek has given Florida either way, because it could be 10-9. Longley grounds out to third to start the 7th. How do you do the quad box? Is that an option on your cable providers? Ground out from Kistler.
No, it's from Apple TV.
Defensive year a season ago at 143, having a great year at the 18 years. Wilkie, and she is finally retired. Arkansas series finale. Sending Kistler back for the first out. Hitters wrap the double play. A tough night for Hedgecock. She strikes out for the 3rd time. Georgia both clear the field. Falby is there, and Florida is a winner. A 11-4 win on a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a good rebound by Florida.
Hit. Also looked like she leaned in.
And they do it in style. 4-2 win. Roll Tide roll. They're 20.